little bit of AEW, not a lot. Just enough to remind me why I don't watch it. Oh, this is already funny. Just the headline. The list of moves and actions that are now banned from AEW or need to be approved by the company.
Maybe that's why Nash is pissed off, because he went for Rock and Austin and not try to duplicate him.
Well, it'd be easier to duplicate him. You only have to learn 5 moves.
Like you said, and we've all been saying, Tony Khan, you need a hierarchy, and he gets one, and then we make fun of it.
Because he's sitting back there talking about the Brock match, and it's finally we had a wrestling match. Finally, we got 2 guys telling a story. They weren't outside in the ring the whole time. One of them
was he not watching the same match as we were?
Yeah, those games, man. I would say, like, for me, like the best ones, I would say are like the ones where they try to get a certain like time.
This is my entire IT team right here on screen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Vince McMahon. Thank you. Welcome back. Hey, 24 whole hours, and here we are doing it again. Vince McSham, this is WrestleChat, and we're going to do some talking here. Well, before we do that, let's do what we always do here. Why is my screen looking wonky? Hold on a minute here. Well, we'll see if it fixes itself in a second. Yeah, we're going to bring in my sidekick, the one, the only. You know him. This is J-Rocks. Give it up for him. Nope, that ain't.
I'm so tiny. I'm so tiny.
Hold on. I'm melting. There we go. Yeah, I was messing with some settings earlier, I guess, and I forgot to put them back. We're going to keep it relatively short because I know a lot of you guys are getting ready for something. There's got to be wrestling going on somewhere. It's almost 8 o'clock at night. Jesse is in the house. We decided yesterday we're going with the large bubbles here. So, fellow Nation members, Celebrity DLC is a phase, which I hope comes to an end soon. Unfortunately, buddy, it won't. But let's talk a little bit. We're going to piggyback off of yesterday's subject matter, which was the blood money, and the WWE will do absolutely anything for $1, not giving a shit about what it does to their reputation or their corporate image. So the DLC Pack 1 that dropped a month ago, we still never got that added DLC member, the celebrity. And they never acknowledged it, but we all know, and there's enough evidence to prove, it was supposed to be Travis Scott. I'm going to guess that the majority of people on this channel know as much about Travis Scott as I do, which is nothing because I don't make a point of taking in garbage. But I started reading some things about old Travis and why he is now not going to be probably at all the DLC. What do you know about Travis Scott, Jay?
That he's a piece of shit rapper.
Is that all you know?
Pretty much, that's all I need to know.
No, believe me, you're about to know a lot more. I didn't know neithers, and I bet a lot of you didn't know neithers. I bet you even McCoy didn't know. He's more than just a piece of shit. He's a special piece of shit. He's a piece of shit that should be buried. And there's no exaggeration in that. He should be in a prison right now for the things he's done. And I got the evidence.
Is he on Diddy level?
Oh, man, worse.
Really?
Yes. 8 people under the age of 25 dead because of him.
Ooh.
Oh, you didn't know that, huh?
No.
And this is who the WWE wanted to hitch their wagon to? This is the piece of scumbag shit that they're going to allow to put hands on Cody Rhodes, almost cost him his main event? Are you out your fucking minds? Who is running that ship right now? Dwayne. Because Dwayne likes this guy. Wait till you see. You know, they say you judge a person by the company that they keep. Well, Dwayne, I haven't liked your ass for years because you showed your true colors. I can't stomach your face anymore. The fact that I ever thought you were cool bothers me because you're just a tool. But the fact that you would take this piece of shit and tie him to the WWE, like they need any more bad publicity. Let me get this thing set up real quick here because I'm doing it different than in the past. Select. See if this works. Bam, there we go. All right. The link to this full video is in the description. I encourage you to check it out. You can make an argument that he's not worth my time, and I would agree with that, but it is interesting that the WWE ever thought this was a good idea. Hopefully the audio works. Let me know if it has any problem.
Not hearing nothing.
You're not hearing it?
Nope.
Shit. Oh, that kind of sucks. You guys out there in the stream, were you able to hear any audio?
Blaze says no audio.
No audio. Oh, shit. Well, that's another reason why I'm not going to pay for StreamYard, because normally, well, actually, but I already deleted them all, didn't I? There's a B plan. I'm going to, fuckers. Hold on. Normally, if I have it on my desktop, it'll play the audio. It's only if I was streaming it from YouTube directly, it wouldn't. That's not working. And I actually did have them already uploaded, these clips, but then I thought if I do it that way, then I can't be on screen with it. It'll basically take up the whole thing, which is kind of the route we're going to have to go here, I guess. It will take a moment for the video, so just give me a second here. And I've got a few different ones. All right. I got to find them all, too. Fun. Hopefully they'll be in the right order.
So basically what we're saying is WWE needs to vet who they bring in from here on out.
There's no way you couldn't have known this at their level. Okay? Because you're about... It's like Disney is not going to sign someone to a movie deal and then find out that they killed their wife. You know what I'm saying? Well, these probably won't be in the right order because I don't remember what order they were in now. But we'll get the gist of it across anyway. But as a major corporation, because they're always worried about, you remember when they made the friggin' Al Snow dolls in Walmart with the head and they had to take them off the market because people lost their minds. Okay, so then this should be a little bit bothersome. I'm hoping I'm getting all these because I'm having to do it off of thumbnails too. So, all right, we're going to play the first clip right here. That ain't it. I actually had all these uploaded too, but then I thought it was just not going to work that way. So,
Thinking of going to a Travis Scott concert? Well, before you do, let me give you a little bit of advice. Because Travis's concerts tend to get a little bit violent. You see, Travis Scott's shows are like no other shows in music. And if you're a true Travis Scott fan, you'll be hanging on every word that he says. So you'll need to be ready to break laws and bones at Travis's beck and call. After all, Travis has been telling his fans to rage out, ignore security, and rush stages ever since 2015. Back at Lollapalooza, when he told his fans to rush security and get on the stage, causing a very dangerous situation and pandemonium for the show's organizers.
They're not gonna stop you. Let's go! Let's go! Hey! Don't you handle them like that. Let them the fuck go. Everybody in the green shirt, get the fuck back. Middle finger up to security right now. Yeah!
Shit. If I was security, I'd be putting people down. And then his ass.
You can't put them down. You see how many there was? There was a mass of people. Now, this is going back in like 2015, I think he said, right? It gets better, though. This is just setting the table to show that the man has a track record. Now we move up a little bit in the timeline.
In 2018, Travis Scott introduced the world to his very own Astro World Festival. Named after his iconic album, this would be Travis's very own festival in Houston, where he would be the main headliner, with fans quite literally lining up and walking into the venue through a giant Travis Scott head's mouth. I think it'd be pretty safe to say that Travis Scott is the head of this operation, you know? He's headlining the festival, his name's all over it, it's his thing. So, how did that festival go? Well, 2018, it went alright. But 2019 was a different story, as 3 people were injured in a stampede that kicked off while rabid ragers were rushing the gates of the festival. Well, when the Houston police say outright that the promoters didn't sufficiently plan for a large crowd, then I'm sure that chart-topping megastar Travis Scott, along with his backers over at Live Nation, duly learned their lesson, making damn sure that for the next Astro World things would be different, things would be safe, and things would be well organized. So, did that happen? Did it fuck?
All right, so now that's up to 2021. Lollapalooza in, I think, 15, he did one song, created that riot, was arrested, booked, taken off the stage, and essentially ended the event. That behavior continues to manifest as he continuously does concerts where he encourages ragers, that's what he refers to them as, to come up there and fuck security and yelling at security, let them up, let them up, let them up. They're getting up, and then he starts getting nervous because now there's people all over the damn stage with him, and now he's trying to reverse engine, but too late now. So we're about to move to 2021 now, where it's his event. He's the organizer, he's the promoter, he's the headline act.
You're like counting your last breaths.
Who asked this guy?
Oh man, there was just so many people there. It felt like a million people there at once, like people just like passing out and like you could barely catch your breath.
My rib cage was so squished that I couldn't expand my chest, expand my lungs to catch a breath.
I fainted. They basically crowd surfed my unconscious body 4 feet to the right to a security guard.
My girlfriend was screaming, he has asthma, he can't breathe. At one point, I got enough breath to tell someone I can't breathe. And this kid's, quote for quote, his words were, "Not my problem."
You guys really need to check out the full video. This guy does a really, really good job of documenting the whole thing. So basically what happened is he pulled his bullshit again, encouraging people to, fuck security, get in, and they way overcrowded the place because his gates didn't hold up and they had nobody to maintain them, even though the year before he had a similar problem. You'd think you would learn from it and make sure it doesn't happen again, but no, not Travis. So now what you had was this incredible pressing of fans trying to get to the stage, and they literally crushed people to death. They suffocated. They couldn't even fall down when they were dead. They were stuck between people. They were being suffocated alive at his request.
9:29 p.m., Travis would tell the audience that he wants to see the Ragers.
I want to see some rages, man. Who want to rage, man?
At which point, yet another mosh pit opens up, and during this time, fans would share videos of a mobile ambulance attempting to move through the packed crowd trying to help the injured. Travis himself then even notices the ambulance in the crowd from the stage, initially identifying it correctly as an ambulance before then backtracking and asking what the fuck is that.
It's an ambulance in the crowd. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the fuck is that?
We got you, Travis. You saw it was an ambulance. We all saw you saw it was an ambulance. And at this point, according to fire department logs, at least 5 911 calls had been received from the crowd, reporting people unconscious and needing CPR, with multiple people reported trampled and unconscious at the front of the stage too. At this point, Travis Scott would then ask the audience if they're feeling okay, and if so, to put their middle fingers up in the sky.
If everybody good, put a middle finger up in the sky. Okay, where my guy, man? Come on.
Not really a standard welfare check, is it? And as soon as Travis said that, a live camera feed right next to the ambulance that was trying to get through would show that ambulance blocked in, surrounded by people holding their middle finger up to Travis on the stage, giving zero fucks about the tragedy going on around them. Now, you see, Travis, if somebody's really hurt and in distress, they're not going to be able to hold their middle finger up, are they?
That's my thinking.
This guy is a special piece of shit, and there is a place in hell for him. He's been arrested multiple times, always got it talked down, and he's walked away with misdemeanors. So now, if you watch this guy's full video, that's the last clip I'm going to put up there. But if you watch this guy's full video, you'll find out that he came out after this Houston debacle, this thing that happened here, this tragedy, saying, you know, I'm in complete cooperation with the FBI to find out who might be responsible for these things. You're responsible, you piece of shit. What do you think? They're going to go to FBI surveillance film of what and see which people were pushed into her from people that were 25, 55 rows back that were actually doing the initial pushing? And none of them had intent of killing anyone. You, however, have a track record of inciting violence. You have been arrested. You've been pulled off stage. And this is who the WWE wants to put up there as a fucking poster child? This is supposed to be your DLC celebrity content? Are you fuckers? You're gone. I thought Disney lost it with Rachel Zegler. No, they're still way ahead of you. This is bullshit. A mass murderer. I guess we can get Chris Benoit as a special guest celebrity back. Put him back in the game. Unfucking believable. I didn't know about him because I don't listen to bullshit. And by the way, the whole time he's talking to the fans, you can hear the auto-tune. The fucker can't sing. Man, I got to bite my tongue not to say what I want to say. I got to bite my tongue. No, I do. I do. The more I think about the fact that they brought this piece of shit into the WWE in any way, shape, or form, the fact that Dwayne brought him in because he likes him and his music, and it's not music. The fact they were going to make him DLC.
And he almost cost Cody his hearing in one ear, so.
Yeah. And then you let him put his hands on fuck this shit, man. I am so, when I saw this video, because I was trying to figure out, the report I heard was that it was supposed to be, you know, Travis Scott, and due to things going on right now, they're probably going to distance themselves. And I'm like, well, what did the dickhead do? I didn't realize this was something that happened years ago. I thought it just happened recently. So this happened like 3-4 years ago. You all should have known. How can you be that late to the dance?
Well, that's the thing. They probably, being who they are, they probably knew, but they didn't think this kind of shit would come out.
No, it was out. It was in the news, dude. We didn't know about it because we don't listen to bullshit. But his crowd, look, here's the end of the day. Why are they even teaming up with him in any way, shape, or form?
That's what I was going to say.
The only reason they're even entertaining him for any reason whatsoever right now is followers. He has a lot of followers. Okay, if Jim Jones was around today, guess what? He'd probably have a lot of followers too. I mean, really, when do you use any judgment? Unfucking believable. McCoy, all's good. I'm not the owner of the WWE where I have to deal with this shit. Honestly, why can't you put Benoit back in the game? If you'll put this guy and every one of those deaths, those 8 people that died,
right?
Every one of them was under 24. You had a 16-year-old, an 18-year-old. The 24-year-old was the old one. That was a young lady. And even then, when you look at some of them, you're like, what the hell are you all doing in this piece of shit music festival with this guy? It's like, gosh damn it, man. You got to have better taste than that. They didn't look like sewer rats. You'd have to be to listen to them.
And that's part of the problem, is that somebody like him, for some reason, can attract people from all across, just because, like you said, he's got a huge following on social media and stuff. And everybody, everybody can say what they want about Logan Paul, but Logan Paul is never anywhere close to being what this dude is.
No, not that close. No, I mean, he did have that little oops moment in China, though, where he filmed the dead guy.
Well, that's why I said he's done some shit, but he hasn't. He filmed a dead guy. He didn't kill him. He didn't cause the riot to kill him.
Yeah, JH brings up a point that I didn't even know about until I got to the end of the video. Because, again, if you guys, I encourage you to go look at it. It's not entertaining, wrong word. Mesmerizing may be the right word. You get sucked in. It's a 58-minute video. It's not that long. This guy does a great job, by the way, getting all the facts. He's got video. He's got video that you can't really see on YouTube. So he's got a Patreon for $2. You can watch it unedited, where they actually have video of what was happening there live. This was a live streamed event on Apple Concert or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. Apple Music. So, yeah, shit happened. So anyway, towards the end, they mentioned the fact that he had, I don't know which Kardashian he's fucking, but apparently got one of them pregnant. Probably all of them, really. I mean, they're again, that tells you, judge a person by the company they keep. So he's married to a Kardashian. You're scum. We know that. Right off the bat, you're a scumbag. These are dirty, nasty, horrible people. I couldn't hear anything but new cuss words, which I'll steal and use. M. Hawk, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, I had questions about it when they even started talking and having him on the show. I'm just like, God, you guys. I remember the day when we had decent people who they brought on the show and shit. Now it seems like if somebody goes, I'm a wrestling fan, and they're famous, they'll put them on, and it's fucking it's ridiculous.
Sam Hawk, I don't know if you got caught up now with all the stuff we've been talking about, but yeah. So Travis Scott was supposed to be the DLC from the first pack that never came out with the celebrity guest, and it's because it's just kind of like Blackfish, the movie about SeaWorld and the killer whales and all that pretty much crushed SeaWorld, where they can't do killer whale shows like they used to.
Mm-hmm.
You get some notoriety, and there's stuff that happened. I mean, I live here in Orlando, so believe me, when the trainers got killed, it was front page news for us. But if you're living in Ohio and New York, you might not have heard about it as much.
Actually, we did, because we had a SeaWorld here in
that's
Ohio
right.
until that happened.
That.
And they closed that shit down and shipped everything down there to Florida.
Yeah. You guys already got everything bad there, so you might as well take all of it. Here you go.
That's it.
Yeah, so here's the thing. While this is going on, people are screaming for help. They can't breathe. You got people getting on stage telling them, you got to stop the show. You got to stop the show. People are dying. There's a dead girl right out here. And he just keeps on not only going, but then he brings up, what other rap piece of shit? I don't know. One of these other rap, you'd know the name if I knew it. Brings him up because they did a duet together that they recorded, so they were going to do it live. He ain't stopping the show. This is fucking Owen Hart 2.0, man. This show's going on. And he's acting like he doesn't know. When the people on Apple, Spotify Music, whatever the fuck it is, listening to, they can hear it. They can hear people crying for help. JH is just like this wealth of information. He does his research. I mean, I know he's having some internet help and all that, but I'm just saying, It's like he found some information out about IWF stuff that I looked for and I couldn't find it. So I'm not sure how he gets his shit, but kudos. Yeah, 9 years old. What now? I mean, you got to have been there with your parent at 9, unless there may be an older sibling. I don't know.
Right.
But as a parent, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're bringing a 9-year-old to this piece of shit. Now, I'm willing to bet you don't listen to his music, but if you're going to bring him to this concert or allow him to go to this concert, your responsibility is to know what it is. And
Let's
if
put
you
it this way.
did,
I wouldn't have let my kids go to his concert because I had to chaperone my brother at the age of 16. He was 16 and his girlfriend to the Marilyn Manson concert in Dayton when they were here. And so at 9, they wouldn't have been going to a concert like that.
M. Hawk, you've stepped away for a little bit. Travis Scott was brought in just prior to WrestleMania because he accompanied Dwayne to the ring because Dwayne likes this guy. Then during where did he almost injure? Well, he did injure Cody. What was that event? Was it a pay-per-view or was it like a Monday Night Raw?
It was
I think it was
Raw to begin.
Well, JH will know.
Yeah.
I think it was a PLE right before Mania. And it was the Chamber when Cena turned.
Right, but he had come out before that with.
Yeah, but that's not
Rock.
when he got physical. He got physical.
No, right at the Chamber event, yeah.
Right. So basically, when Cena turned on Cody, this little rat bastard piece of shit came out and legitimately hurt Cody. Why the fuck is he putting hands on your friggin' main event?
Because Rock and them said he could. He said, I want to get physical. They said, okay.
That means you get knocked on your ass. That doesn't mean you get to hurt the talent, which, by the way, is a word that should never leave his mouth because he has none. So he also, M. Hawk, is supposed to have been the celebrity guest in the DLC pack #1 that dropped a month ago, but they didn't give you the DLC celebrity. They said it's being delayed. They gave you the 4 wrestlers, but you didn't get the DLC celebrity person. Well, now we're finding out you ain't getting the celebrity person, and this is why. But you can't even mention the name Benoit. Hogan is now non gratis. At least he's in the game. They haven't completely disowned him. And as a matter of fact, they did show a real quick clip of him in a package of, the then, now, and whatever kind of stuff that they did recently. But they ain't putting him back out on stage anymore. They should at least give him one more shot in a red state and see if he gets booed off the stage. I don't think he will. $1 million lawsuit due to the injuries. I mean, the injuries, that's another thing. There was hundreds, I think 300 or somewhere in that ballpark, people that were seriously injured. Oh, wait. More recently, June 20th of 24, a year ago, Scott was arrested in Miami Beach on charges of disorderly intoxication and trespassing property after warning. Boy, I tell you what, at least he's consistent. Got to give him something. Juan Cordero, what's up, buddy? OJ Simpson in the Elimination Chamber. Pretty much. Adam Corey, what's up, buddy? Hype is here. He was supposed to be. He's the one that never got released, and this is why. Because this guy is a cancer. And the fact that he has this track record of inciting riots in large gatherings. Now, a WWE audience would not follow this guy to the bathroom, much less to a riot.
Right.
which says something about the IQ level of people that actually listen to this piece of shit. How is he not in prison? No, Triple H doesn't, but he doesn't outrank The Rock. And Dwayne apparently listens to bullshit. But again, you judge a person by the company they keep, and he likes Oprah. If Scott misgendered someone, I got a feeling he's done more than that. It was Japan. I knew it was one of those countries over there. Kylie Jenner, I don't know one from another, man. I just know they all a bunch of hoes. They all a bunch of hoes.
Kylie's one of the younger ones.
Young and stupid. But she apparently came out, we are feeling in our prayers, and we will be there for the families. We're trying to identify the families. It ain't hard. The pictures of all their kids is all over the newspaper that you killed. But because she has some fan following, they thought, hey, you can do some damage control. And then the statements that he put out, were written by a lawyer. Because not one of it puts him in any way responsible. He's all caught up. That's what we're here for, M-Hawk. That's the whole purpose of this thing, is to make sure everyone's caught up. So I now know that I've done my job tonight, because I figured somebody else out here didn't know this shit. I didn't know it. Well, I don't know if they were associating it with that on the way in, but it certainly got that way by the way out. Cactus Jack Burger from McDonald's. Never even heard of it. Never even heard of it. Juan, he didn't just kick Cody. He started wrenching back almost like a camel clutch kind of thing, where he had under the chin. He was pulling way back. Cena had to push Cody's head back down forward, because he could see he was straining his C5 and 6 and 7, because this fucker isn't trained. And he was, man, I'll just.
Well, he also, when Cody went down, he also threw about 4 or 5 shots, and one of them hit Cody in the ear. And Cody had a temporary loss of hearing. Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't. I mean, they were saying, well, there's no guarantee that he won't be there later. No, he ain't going to be in this game. Not at this point, he ain't. August 9th, 2020. Jesus, what is this guy? Does he just live in the police department?
You wanted
arrested in Paris after allegedly getting into a fight with his bodyguard, a security guard at the luxury Grand Via. All right, so one thing if you're like the Clown, for example, you're safe, because Canada won't let a convict in.
Right.
So this piece of shit ain't going to be playing in Canada anytime. He should, honestly, we should be deporting him. I don't even care what country. Oh, you know what? Send him to that El Salvadorian fucking jail, where they shave your head, put you in an all white outfit, all chained together with 6 guys that are going to be your butt buddies for the next 25 fucking years. That's what you need to do, that piece of shit. And throw Kylie in there with him. Make America great again. Scott was staying, intervened, which prompted Scott to attack the security guard as well. Scott was released without charges the following day. How does he get? Oh, my God.
Told you, money.
No, man. OJ had more money than him.
Yeah, and he got off.
No, he didn't. He served many years in jail. Oh, I take it back. Well, the first one, he started time in jail until he got the acquittal.
Right.
Then he went to jail for the whole autographed merchandise thing.
He wanted his shit back. I don't blame him.
Travis Scott has absolutely no regard for people's safety. Yeah, and he keeps on talking about, I love my fans. I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much. Sorry, ADV are dead. I think JH is Batman. Her and her lip kits. Anyway, since I got one free week of this where we can have all the bells and whistles, and I saw that and I just lost my shit. And I was like, you guys were going to put this out? Oh, who? Fucking, what was it, 2 years ago? Zachary Wentz. They wouldn't put, and that was all done ready to go.
Right.
Because the guy's girlfriend posted a picture of him in costume doing a Hitler thing from who knows how many years earlier.
Right.
And it was in his own private time at home. And it wasn't like you guys out there, going to Nazi rallies or anything.
He did it for a Halloween party he went to. Yeah.
You got to be kidding me. And this son of a bitch was going to be your DLC celebrity? Man, there's no level of damage control that can fix this. Not the fact that all right, so you can say, well, we didn't launch it. We haven't even acknowledged it's going to be it. Look, everyone knows it was going to be him. It was never a secret. His files are there. Status has been showing that shit for months.
Mm-hmm.
You don't put files in for a guy that's not in the game. So now they figure the best change of course and direction is they're going to get Aleister Black in there very quickly. So Aleister is going to fill that spot. And also Penta's supposed to be coming in unannounced. Is it who's in the game currently? Is it or already announced either way? Penta or Ray? Ray Phoenix.
I don't know.
One of them's already announced that they're a part of DLC coming up. So the opposite one, they're saying now is going to end up.
I would say probably Penta's.
Yeah,
since he was there sooner.
Right, that's what I was thinking too. So Ray Phoenix is being reported by people that know a lot more about that kind of shit than me because they can go into files as having stuff showing up with his name and his likenesses or whatever's. So Penta's next month's DLC. Maybe. We don't know, man. We pay for DLC and we don't get it. The WrestleMania pack. We got the arenas. That's it. Where's all the other shit? Well, we didn't say this was the WrestleMania pack. Well, then why would we get the WrestleMania arenas if it's not the WrestleMania pack? That seems a little silly, doesn't it? He encouraged fans to attack a man who took a shoe. Yes, that's in that video. If you guys watch that video, that whole thing is right there where he's inciting fans to beat the shit out of a guy who tried to steal his shoe while he was on stage. Fuck him up, man. Fuck him up. He did it. It's like, what the hell animal show is this? Man, I'll tell you what. When you look at these massive corporations whose identity is supposed to be entertaining and somewhat family-friendly environment, you got WWE and you got Disney. And boy, oh boy, these are two companies that are hell-bent on self-destruction. They are their own worst enemies, can't get out of their own way.
Almost makes you think that maybe The Rock did it on purpose.
What benefit would that be?
Because he wants Triple H out. He wants to take total control.
It ain't his fault. He's the one that brought him in.
Right, but
Rock brought him in, not Triple H.
I understand, but it's going to fall back on Triple H. It always does. Nobody else there fucking takes any responsibility. I'll take that back. Nick Khan does take responsibility. But I'm just saying, anything that goes south, it always falls on Triple H. Never falls on Ari Emanuel, the head of the fucking TKO. Never falls on any of the board members. It falls on fucking Triple H. So,
Yeah, I don't think this can, only because it was so blatant. You know, he came out with The Rock at The Rock's request. Everyone knows it. I mean, it wasn't a secret at all. Rock has really gone to bat for this guy. I don't know how this doesn't stick to him in any way, shape, or form. I mean, we're not going to see him again in the WWE at this point. I truly believe that. I don't think you can bring him back anymore, which is good because he should never have been there in the first place. But the only thing that's going to bring me true happiness is the day I turn on the news and find out somebody ran his ass over and killed him. Country singer stopped a brawl in the audience and said, "Hey, this isn't a Travis Scott concert." Beautiful. Even a Travis Scott concert isn't a concert. It's an auto-tune festival. If you can't sing, find another job. You're not a singer. Auto-tune should be banned and outlawed, man. That is a joke.
Yep.
Anyway, like I said, I saw that video and lost my shit. And I wonder how many people don't know about all this, because we all knew that he was supposed to be DLC content. And then we're over here bashing 2K the whole time. It's like, not that I gave a shit about having Travis Scott in the game, because I wouldn't use him for shit.
Right.
But I still paid for 5 characters and I got 4. Now, granted, it's the only 4 I was going to use. That's why I didn't bitch about it. And now that I know about, I'm not even pissed that he's not going to be in the game. I'd rather have nobody than him. But what the fuck? How did that happen? How did you allow this ball to go this far down the field and not realize who was carrying it? I'm just absolutely shocked the more I find out about this piece of shit. And for years, it's not like it just happened 3 years ago. It was a bad night, bad judgment. No, it's a track record of a decade. And now we see, Paris getting arrested, and over here he's getting into this altercation. And you want this son of a bitch in any way? What are you going to do? Have him in a fan fest? How's that going to turn out?
Fuck him up.
Yeah. Man jumped the line trying to get an autograph. Fuck him up. And they always sound so educated when they're talking too. You can just tell he got that 3rd grade education going for him. Fucking piece of shit. Again, I'm biting my tongue. I am biting my tongue, man. All right, folks. Well, I said I'm going to keep it short because I know there's wrestling coming on some channel somewhere right now because it's almost the 8 o'clock hour, if not.
TNA.
That's right. Yeah, they've been hit and miss, but I'll give them a chance. I watched earlier, I forget what the hell year it had to be. Oh, let's see, what was that? But it was, it would have been 86. Wrestling All-Stars. So it was like a 1-hour episode on YouTube and pretty crappy, grainy, but it's when the fans post the episodes, at least you're getting all the real music and shit, It's not that WWE washed out crap. So Wyndham and Rotundo came out. They had just won the titles back from the Sheik and Volkov a few weeks earlier, and they beat up on some bums. And during the match, Brutus Beefcake and Valentine and Jimmy Hart came around the ring and kind of did a walk around, and we all know how that would turn out later on. And I can't remember. Piper's Pit had Tito Santana on it with the Intercontinental title before Valentine smashed it into pieces.
Oh, speaking of Piper, I have a link to a video I'm going to send you. I just finished watching it. It's Roddy Piper's daughter wrestling.
Any good?
She's not bad. She's just, she's on the independent. She's still learning, but she's not bad. And she acts just like him in the ring. It's like watching a female version of him and shit. So
I said wrestling was going to be on tonight. You talking about AEW for? That's where Travis Scott should be. He fit right in there.
They don't need no help hurting their own talent. They fucking.
But that's why he would fit right in. Reckless and stupid. Bam, we got a place for you. Scott, man, you're much better at finding words than me because I got a word. I just can't say it. All right, before I say it. It was fun while it lasted. I'm going to go check out some TNA wrestling action and try and wash the idea of Travis Scott still breathing out of my head. Please, Lord, let me live long enough to see his obituary. Sooner the better. All right. We'll be back with probably one more at least, I think, before the week is up, while I still have all the WrestleChat stuff with the backgrounds and stuff that I can use without paying $40 a month, which I refuse to do on principle alone. So in the meantime, say goodnight, Jay.
Good night, Jay.
Good night, everybody. We'll catch you next time for more WrestleChat. See ya. Actually watched a little bit of AEW, not a lot. Just enough to remind me why I don't watch it. Oh, this is already funny. Just the headline. The list of moves and actions that are now banned from AEW or need to be approved by the company.
Maybe that's why Nash is pissed off, because he went for Rock and Austin and not try to duplicate him.
Well, it'd be easier to duplicate him. You only have to learn 5 moves.
Like you said, and we've all been saying, Tony Khan, you need a hierarchy, and he gets one, and then we make fun of it.
Because he's sitting back there talking about the Brock match, and it's finally we had a wrestling match. Finally, we got 2 guys telling a story. They weren't outside in the ring the whole time. One of them
was he not watching the same match as we were?
Yeah, those games, man. I would say, like, for me, like the best ones, I would say are like the ones where they try to get a certain like time.
This is my entire IT team right here on screen. Everybody.